Back to my channel. Today I am going to do a YouTube tutorial on this makeup look that I saw on Instagram. And excuse my my ponytail. Let me get it together. Probably gonna do like a wash and a retwist tomorrow. I don't normally retwist my hair, but I do want a lock bob because I'm in a lock bob mood and it's so low maintenance. But yeah, but anyway, I'm going to do a YouTube tutorial on this look that I saw on Instagram because I feel like I have all this eyeshadow that I don't use. So it only makes sense to actually try to perfect the craft and to get my money's worth out of it. Sorry, my dog is getting into everything right now. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'm probably going to try to put the video on this side of the screen and then move this side of the screen so that we can just do this together. I'm going to just scoot the camera over a little bit to give it some space. So yeah, so we should be good with the video on that side of the screen. My face is already prepped. I've already been outside, so I'm already moisturized and things like that. So I'm pretty good to just go ahead and prime my face. Typically, I wouldn't do like the whole primer thing if I'm not going out with the makeup. But because I'm probably gonna just do my makeup and just do a bunch of YouTube videos today, I'm just gonna make sure that my makeup lasts. So I'm going in with my Ryan Skin Prep Pro. I love this primer. It lasts all day. It's super drying. And my skin is so oily. So after like a couple hours, it will get a little bit oily, but not too bad. And just dab this into your skin. You don't really gotta like rub it in. But just make sure you get it all up in there. And I'm gonna try to avoid my chin because my chin is peeling. And normally when my chin is peeling, I'm using this because it's already dry. It just makes it even more drier. Going in with my Got To Be for my eyebrows. Taking a little bit of powder to, just like a tiny bit. This is put over my eyebrows to kind of take away some of that shine. Taking my Thread shade 70 as my concealer for my eyebrows. I got this little brush off Shein as a set. It comes with a smaller one, but my brush thing is just so compact right now. I don't feel like digging through it, so. Yeah, you say what's wrong? You say what's wrong? Yeah, you say what's wrong? You say. Hey! Stop eating my motherfucking carpet! I feel like one eyebrow always come out better than the other one, and it's always this one than that one. But they're sisters, not twin. That's all that matters. So, gonna go back in with my concealer brush and blend this down. And disregard my face, how it looks crazy. I'm still using muesli, and it's going through a peeling phase. That's why it shows all this shiny stuff. All this shiny part is just where the skin is going to peel. The darkness and the shiny. The skin is going to peel, so. Okay, got the eyebrows on, so let's go ahead and follow along with her video. So she starts with priming her eyeballs. Okay, so that's on. Then she moves into like this golden eyeshadow on the top. I'm gonna go into it with this shade here, cause that's the closest shade that she has. And she's put it right under her eyebrows. So let's see. Yeah, just put it right under there. And this is actually Ace Beauty Floral Vintage. And then she goes in with a more lighter shade. I'm gonna use my primer. This is Deep by Ace Beauty also. I just pushed this all across the lid, so let's just go and pat this in. So then she goes in with this really dark chocolate looking color, but honestly it goes in kind of purple, so I'm gonna go back into this Ace Beauty Floral, and I'm gonna use this shade right here. And she just kind of takes it in the crease. So I'm actually gonna go with this brush, because she uses one a little bit bigger, but it's closest that I have. And I feel like hers is a lot more thicker than mine, so I'm gonna thicken it up. But honestly, it doesn't matter because she ended up concealing it out. She ended up wiping it out, so I guess it doesn't matter. I had to take a little break because little doggy is just crying his little heart out. Oh. Ew. Kiss your wet eyeball. Okay, so we got that blended out. So now she goes into the next step. She takes another dark brown. Okay, so the closest thing I have to that brown would be the Zova Heritage palette. And it will probably be this one. Hers is a lot more chocolatier than mine, but we're gonna have to go with it. She applies it like right on top of that brown, so. And it kind of looks like she actually brings it up some towards the eyebrow line. So let's try to raise this up some. Okay, so that's about good. So let's see what the next step is. So she takes that skinny brush and goes back in with it. Back in with that purple to kind of purple it back up. I don't know if that's purple or not. It looks purple. So we're gonna call it purple. So let's go back into it and add that purple back into it to make it deeper. Okay, so now she goes into her white concealer and she adds it to the line. I use like my white with this. It's a little bit thick, but it will do. We're just making like a little cut crease, so. And I have my white concealer. It's by NYX. See, I didn't bring that purple far enough up, but it's fine. We can probably just go back in and do that part over. So what I did, I just brought this one lower and this one higher. So let's see if I can try to fix this one. Okay, so this is about as good as it's gonna get. So let's see what the next step is. So she just blends it out. So I think we blended it out enough. Mine isn't as clean as hers, but it's okay as long as it's blended. Okay, so she goes back in with like that yellow color. So I'm gonna try to go in maybe with this color. It's called Spray Rose in the Ace Beauty Floral Kit. And I think what I see wrong, when I look back at the video, she has her purple blended out a lot closer to her eyebrow. So let's see. Brows are a lot more straighter than mine. I kind of like the happiest brushing eyebrows, so this is about as good as it's gonna get. So she goes in with a lighter beige color, and she adds it to right underneath that line to make it cleaner. I have this color, bread pudding. I'm gonna go in with this brush now. What are you doing? Oh my God. I'm gonna try to be as neat as possible since I did mess up that line. At least try to be neat and try to put the line back. Next step. Now she puts her eyeliner in. So I'm going with my favorite e.l.f. eyeliner. I use this all the time. Like my go-to. Really my only two. I go with my liner. And then I'm just gonna blend it out. Okay, so eyeliner's added on. Okay, I'm kind of feeling it. Now she has to blend it out. So let's start blending it out. I'm gonna try this with some black eyeshadow. And I'm gonna just take black Hyacinth from the Ace Beauty palette and just blend that out with that. So. And I think she blends hers out a little more, but my eyeball is so little. This is about as far as I can go. Let's blend it out. I think this side blended out a little more than the other side, but it's fine. And then she goes back in with that chocolate. I'm gonna go back in with this chocolate. And then it looks like she goes back in with her black and she drags it up some on top of that. I'm actually just gonna take this same brush and just try to put it in the black. I kind of feel like I want to go back in a little bit with some of this white and try to blend out some of this brown. Cause see how my brown, I don't have any more pink or nude. So let's see. So let's try to go back in with that nude. And then we can go back in with that brown. And I'm gonna go back in and darken up that end of that line. I mean, it's not perfect, but I'm kind of liking it. So let's see, let's go to the next step. I'm just gonna take this brush back and go back into that brown. Let's try to chase it. So this shit goes in with this shimmer color. Mine and Lottie. I got this also off Ipsy. And it looks like this. It's actually really pretty. I'm just gonna crunch it up because it comes in like little balls. And she's applied it right over the brown. I'm gonna go back in with some of that purple. I kind of want to blend out some of that concealer on the top. This is just like a nail. It's called Pampas Grass. I'm gonna just try to take some of this, some of that gold out. Now she goes and applies her eyelashes. So I'm gonna put my eyelashes. And I'm just taking my hair glue. I like hair glue on lashes. I don't care about everybody else. I think it works great. So my eyelashes are on. Actually, I'm just gonna do my whole face on camera. It only makes more sense just to my pick on camera. So this is actually Maybelline concealer. I use this on my eyes. I'm just gonna use this on my face. I use this as my brush. It's really just another foundation brush. I'm gonna apply it here. And this is my Anastasia's Beverly Hills bronzer. Gonna put this on the bottom too. This is also an e.l.f. brush, contour brush. And I actually just dab this in here because it's so dark and chocolate. Oh, don't worry. All the foundation is good on top of this, so it doesn't matter if it blends in. I look kind of crazy right now. Going back in with my blush brush, try to put some back on top of that. Going in with my concealer brush and just blending this in. Then I do take a beauty blender and just blend out some of the edges so that way it's not too harsh. There we go. Okay, so for my foundation, I use 2 shades of NYX. And then I also use the LA Girl Blue. Because I noticed that it's getting a little warmer. It may get a little colder outside. And I really like the NYX Deep Cool, but it does have a little bit of red to it. And this is too yellow. This is the Deep Sable, Deep Cool, one of them. So I normally just add my Deep Cool to this first because it's red. And I do like just a little bit of punch, a little squirt. And then I take some of this. So this is how much I use of that. And I just put a little bit of that. And then, because that's going to neutralize it some, but I also just take a little pump of the blue and just squeeze that in there to make it a little bit more cooler. My spatula, that comes with this little thing I got off Shein. And I just like mix it together. This is how it's looking. And because I'm using some on the spatula, I'm going to go ahead and apply it to my face. And then I'm going to take my, this is another e.l.f. foundation brush. It's probably called a blending brush, I don't know, but. And I'm just going to blend it on spots first that doesn't have foundation. So down here, and I also did my neck. I'm not going anywhere, so my neck matches and whatnot, but again, I plan on just doing some bunch of YouTube videos today, so I'm just going to at least make sure everything matches. Put on my ears, put it here, put it under there. Okay, and then we have this much left, which is great. So just dab a little bit like that, and you're gonna go over it. So I'm gonna go over my forehead first. And then you're gonna take the rest of it and you're gonna just go over your face really quick. And just take a little bit because you wanna make sure that you keep your highlight on your face. But you wanna make sure that you at least cover it up and make it look like skin, so. And see how it just kind of blends over it so everything looks like it's just under the skin naturally. Now that's that, Then you can go back in and use the residue on the rest of the brushes. So I'm just going to go back and put some of that and put some of that. And I do this first because I'm going to let my blush cover it up. Just blend this out here. And then I'm going to go in with my brush and put my blush back into my face. And you're using all your residual to put it back in, so that way it's not too hard. It's just very subtle. At least I like mine subtle, so it's okay. And then with the concealer brush, same thing. I always do this last because I always want my concealer to pop. I want to add a little bit more concealer to my forehead. Right there. So I want this to pop too, so just a tiny bit more. And because I like that sharp look there. And the rest of it just kind of like put under there. So now we're gonna go in and bake. So I'm gonna put my contour on first. This is a brush I got off Ipsy also. Don't know the brand name. And I just like dab mine in there. And I just like swirl it around. And the same thing, just swirl it around. And then I like to take this here and add the definition there on my eye. See how that looks compared to that? It's very subtle, and I want it subtle. Boom. Because I don't want to contour my nose. I like my cute little fat chubby black nose, but I like having that definition there. And then we're going to go in. This is also Ace Beauty. Almost everything's Ace Beauty. I don't know what's Ipsy obsession with Ace Beauty, but I'm going to go in and mix these two together. And I just kind of dab that. Just to add like color to my cheeks. Tap it in the powder. And I just start here. And see how it's too much? I just go here to make sure I can blend it out. Because you only need so much of this powder. And just press it into your skin. Okay, go all the way over and down over some of that blush. All the way over, all across that blush. Just a little bit goes a long way. So there, I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit. If you want, you can add some powder to where we added some of that concealer. So you can kind of put some down here if you want. It's not needed, but. So now we can start dusting some of this off to make sure there's no like residual powder. And then you can take this brush and just kind of go all over the face. The way everything looks soft. And just go over every part you put powder on. Just make everything blends really good. So I'm gonna taste this set. It's by Toy Factory and it's a highlighter set. I'm gonna take this and put it over my nose. Here. And kind of rub that in. Then I'm gonna take this brown. I like to put this here to add like a little shine to that part. They're very subtle. And then I'm gonna just take the Lit Ace Butte setting spray, and I spray my face first with this. There we go. And let this dry a little bit, just a little bit. And once this starts getting like a little bit more dry, I go in with the NYX Infallible Powder Foundation, because I want this to kind of like melt into it too and not look powdery on top. So I just take this powder brush and I just go over to add like the chocolate back into my skin. Boom, 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 boom. I feel like I kind of like it. It feels very prom-y. I kind of like it. It's like a nice gentle color. The eyeshadow came out pretty decent. Maybe not perfect, but I'm still gonna say win is a win and give it an A. But yeah, so I like it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, if I could have did something different or if you guys want me to try something else. I'm also list all the products that I use in the description box, probably, if I'm not lazy, but yeah. So yeah, thank you for watching and I hope you like it.